okay? Well, first thing we're going to do, we're going to start with our feet hip width apart. Bend your knees, core tight, shoulders back, hand on the chair. I want you to close your eyes. Get your bearings. You're going to hold this position for 15 seconds. Time begins now. If you feel confident and comfortable, you can remove your hand from the chair. Keep it close, however. Maybe just raise it up an inch or two. Good. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Good. Let's just take our feet and move them as close together as we can. Boy, that white looks good on that screen, doesn't it? I wore white shoes today hoping that it would pop a little bit better. You see my feet. Sometimes I get drowned out with the dark doors. All right, feet together, knees bent, shoulders back, core tight, hand on the chair, eyes closed. Get your bearings. Time begins now. 15 seconds. If you feel comfortable, confident, you can lift that hand off that chair about an inch or so. Good, good. And 3, 2, 1, and time. Eyes open. Now we're going to do our single leg balance, what we had just spoken about, right? In their study, the test, the assessment was for 10 seconds. I require 15, okay? We're going to do 15 seconds. Again, we're going to shift our weight to our left foot. We're going to bring the heel of our right foot into the air. Get your bearings. We're still holding on to the chair. Eyes are open. Find a focal point in front of you. Let's bring that right foot up. Time begins now. Keep it close to the ground, right? I don't want it way back here or way in front of you, right? I want it right underneath you. That way, if you need it, it goes right down. Good. And 3, 2, 1, and time. Okay, next assessment is going to be the same thing, standing on one leg. However, we're going to close our eyes. I want you to be very careful here, okay? Because anytime we close our eyes, you're going to get to learn real quick how important vision is to our balance, okay? A lot of people are very, very surprised at how much this changes our ability to balance. So listen to the verbal cues here, okay? Let's go slow. Let's shift our weight to our left foot. I want you to bring the heel of your right foot in the air. Keep your toes on the ground. In this position, close your eyes. Hand on the chair. Now, if you're swaying like a tree in the wind, I don't want you to pick your foot up just yet. If you're feeling okay, then go ahead and just bring your foot an inch or so off the floor. You're still holding on to the chair. Okay? Time begins now. If you're feeling really confident, right? Let's say you're really active in life, your balance, you don't really fall, you hadn't fallen in the last year. I want you to go ahead and use 2 fingers on the chair. All right? 3, 2, 1, and time. Good. That surprises a lot of folks, okay? Let's change our chair to the other side. Let's rotate it. Okay, we'll be doing a lot of that in class, moving the chair back and forth. That's a good core workout for us. Okay, single leg balance, first attempt, eyes open, okay? First assessment, eyes open. We're going to shift our weight to our right foot, left heel in the air. Don't forget to bend that knee. Bend, that's it. Find your focal point. Let's go ahead and bring that left foot up. Time begins now. Good. If you feel comfortable and confident, you can just raise that hand an inch or so above the chair. Not so comfortable, not so confident. Maybe just moving to 2 or 1 finger is a challenge. And 3, 2, 1, and time. Second attempt, eyes closed. Same verbal cues, okay? Shift your weight to your right foot, bend your knee. Bring that left heel into the air. In this position, I want you to close your eyes. Get your bearings. Again, if you're swaying a lot, if you're having a lot of movement in this particular stance, stay here. If you feel comfortable and confident, go ahead. You feel okay, go ahead and lift that left foot into the air, about an inch or so. All right. Hanging on to the chair. Time begins now. That's it. If you're feeling really frisky, you're feeling really confident, maybe move to 1 or 2 fingers. Stay safe. 3, 2, 1, time. Good. Here's what I want you to do. Grab a shot of water if you have it. I'm going to give you 20 seconds, and then we're going to move into our first pillar. All right, our first pillar will be our strength pillar, okay? So what that means is every exercise we do here is going to be targeted at improving our strength. You'll recognize a lot of these exercises cross boundaries, right? Some of these things can be done for posture, some can be done for flexibility, but we're going to do them in a particular pillar, and it'll become more clear as the classes go on, okay? It's kind of hard to explain everything in one day. All right. Any questions so far? Awesome. Okay, let's start. Where do we start? Let's start in our chair. All right. So, funny story. We had about a 2-week break, right? I'm on class. This is my 110th class for FGCU Academy online, just online, right? We've taught probably another 100 outside of that for FGCU. So I showed up 2 weeks ago thinking I had class, and I just was, and Susan, I got halfway here and I was like, wait a minute. And I checked the date, there was no class. Usually I get class ready on Wednesday nights, that way I can make any changes Thursdays. I've had class ready for 2 weeks. I was feeling pretty good about myself. Sometimes I forget to email, it comes late. So you guys got the emails there, it was there 2 weeks ago. First thing we're going to do in our strength pillar, I want you to sit about halfway into the chair, right? I don't want you all the way back and you're back against the chair. I want you about halfway in, okay? Now, how many of you woke up this morning? Raise your hand. Awesome. Now, when you wake up in the morning, right, God willing, I want you hands to the side, head still on the pillow. You're going to do what's called a heel slide. You're going to slide your heels out and pull your heels in as close to your bottom as you can get them, okay? So you're laying flat on your back, pushing your heels out, pulling them in. In class, I'm not going to require anyone to get on the floor. So what we're going to do in our chair, the way we're positioned, you're just going to take your heels, you're going to slide them out and pull them back in. Good. Keep your heels in contact with the floor. That's it. Just sliding them out, pulling them in. Okay, we're going to get fancy here in about 3 repetitions, okay? So here's 1, going in and out. And 2, all right, and 3. Now let's throw in a little twist here. It's okay if you hold on to the chair. Let's go out, up with our legs, bring them up into the air, open, close, heels to the ground, pull them back in. So let's count it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 2 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You feel your legs working? You feel them heating up? Thumbs up, thumbs down? Good. All right. Good, good. Well done. Now, the next exercise we're going to do is one of my favorites. This exercise will present itself almost in every class, especially classes taught by me. Balance University is taught in several different places across the country, right? I do lectures for Florida Blue. They buy books from me and give them to their customers, Blue Cross Blue Shield. We also have licensees, like we have a licensee in Rockville, Maryland, Physical Therapy and Balance Centers that run Balance University. All the instructors run their classes within the parameters, but each instructor is encouraged to introduce their personalities, right? One of the staples you will find across any class that you go to, any balance class you go to that's Balance University, is what's called the eccentric quad activity. What that is to prevent, you remember the plop I was telling you about earlier? No plop zone right here, all right? We're going to sit down, but we're going to sit down like we're in slow motion, okay? So let me demonstrate. I'm going to proceed to sit. I'm going to count 4, 3, 2, and because it's a no plop zone, I have a soft landing, and then I'm going to stand right back up, okay? Everyone got it? Let's do it together. I want my feet chair leg width apart. Say that 3 times fast. Chair leg width apart. Chair leg. No, I'm not. I'm just kidding. All right. So it's okay if you use your hands as a guide so you kind of have an idea of where your bottom's going to land. All right. You ready? We're going to sit down in slow motion. Here we go. 4. Stick that bottom out. 3. Going down nice and slow. 2. And 1. Soft landing. Good, good. And we're up. And 4. Nice and slow. 3, 2, and 1. That's it. And we're up. I'm getting a little washed out, guys. I'm just going to move. Here we go. And 4. Nice and slow. 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're going to do 3 more. And we're up. Make sure you really stick your bottom out. Get your nose over your toes. See how my nose is over my toes here? 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's 2 more. And we're up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. That's it. 1 more time. And we're up. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, good. And rest. Guys, give you about 15 seconds here. We have lots of folks with varying abilities. We have folks that, come in with walkers, all the way to folks that are still, walking the golf course, walking 18 holes, playing pickleball and tennis. I want you guys to make this work for you. So if we're doing 8, 10, 12 repetitions of whatever exercise, if you get to 5 or 6 or 10 and you're just totally shot, fatigued, tired, take a break. There may be things where we're using our arms. You can always put them across your chest. You'll see me do this a lot. I like to hold my hands here, okay? So make this work for you. You do not have to do every single rep, every single movement that we do, okay? If I see you struggling or something like that, I'll offer a modification or progression, okay? Here we go. Back to our chairs, seated. Remember, in the middle of our chair, right? I don't want my back against the back of the chair. I'm going to take my hands. I'm going to hold on, all right? Let's just jump into it, right? Let's just test the depth of the water with both feet. How about that? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That's it. 1, 2. Keep that core tight. 3, 4, 5, and 6. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 2 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Great job. Good, good. Go ahead and stand and shake it out a little bit. Awesome. Nina, good to see you back. Yeah, good, good. And Robert, we've never met. Thank you for joining class. And then, of course, a big hit, always a big hit, one of my greatest supporters of all time, my mom. So we live about 1,100 miles apart. So, all right, guys, let's go ahead. Our feet, we're going to be chair leg width apart here. All right. We're going to be nice and tall. Remember, I want you to stick that nose out over your toes. Get your bottom out, okay? Ready? And let's descend nice and slow. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Soft landing. Well done. And we're up. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And we're up. And 4. There you go. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Get that nose out there over your toes when you get up. Really get that head out there. And 4, 3, that's it. 2 and 1. Good. 2 more here, guys, and we're up. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Last time. Here we go. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, good, good. So this is our strength pillar, right? You can feel the legs working. You can feel that muscle stimulation. May get a little bit of burning in there. We're strengthening those legs, right? Strong legs means lots of movement, long life longevity, not just that, quality of life longevity, right? I could have called this many things. Osteoporosis University, Osteopenia University, Stenosis University. The reason we called it Balance University is because 1 in 4 adults over the age of 70 will fall every year. Once you fall, you're twice as likely to fall again. Earlier I spoke 10,000 Americans turn 65 every day. In 2016, so what, 6 years ago? In 2016, there were $50 billion attributed to fall-related injuries and deaths. $50 billion. Medicare, Medicaid bore 2/3 of those costs. Think about that, right? So what we want to do is we want to get on the prevention side. Falling is not a natural part of aging, okay? So if there's no questions, let's go ahead and let's move into the posture pillar, right? So let's take our chair to the left side. We're going to be standing. We're going to take our chair to the left side. So this is going to get a little bit tricky, right? Posture is so important because it helps place our balance center of mass in the correct place. If I have poor posture, it changes my balance center of mass. It also forces muscles to become overactive. When muscles become overactive, they stay overactive, you get pain, okay? Flexibility, we'll talk about, also helps our muscles work through their required range of motion. We'll talk about that in just a second. So proper posture is going to give us the correct balance center of mass. First thing we're going to do is stand with our feet close together. Remember to bend your knees. Always bend your knees. Now, a little tricky here. What I want to do is with my hands are going to, let's start here. My hands are in front of me, palms to the sky. Pinkies touching one another. In this position, I'm going to step forward with my right foot. Now be careful here. You're going to step forward with your right foot. You're going to open, push back. You really want to stretch here, right? Stretch, close, step back to start position. All right, I kind of jumbled that, guys. You ready? Let's do it together. Step, open, close, push back. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You got it. 1. So you can see how far I'm stepping. 2, 3, and 4. Good. If you're noticing yourself getting a little unbalanced when you step, don't step as far. Open, close, good, and push back. That's it. Don't step quite as far. Good. 1, 2, that's it. 3, and 4. 2 more. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Last one. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Good. When I step, I want to make sure my weight is distributed evenly, right? 50-50. I don't want to have all my weight on the front foot or all my weight on the back. 50-50, okay? Good. That is our first postural exercise. This is AOM. Sorry, guys. AOM. I'm changing it up, as I often do. Boom, boom. Okay. So, what we're going to do is our feet are going to be hip width to a bit wider apart. All right? So, hip width to a little wider. I like mine a little wider. I'm going to take my hands in the air. Palms are facing one another. Palms are facing one another, okay? Now here's the key. My next movement is my bottom is going out, all right? Not down, out. And what that does is that shifts my weight to my heels. And I'm going to sink down, right? I'm going to squat down a bit. Now when I get about halfway, I'm going to push back with my arms and I'm going to hold 3, 2, 1, and then I'm going to rise to start position. Okay, everybody ready? Hands up. Now if your shoulders get tired, your arms start getting tired, you can always put them down here. And let's begin. Bottom out, sink down, push back, 3, 2, and 1. Now when you did that, did you notice your neck jut forward? If it does, keep your neck in place. And we're down, push back, 3, 2, 1. Good. And down, push back, 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic. And down, push back, 3, 2, 1. And we're up. Good. 22 more. Here we go. Down. I'm just kidding. 2 more. Push back, 3, 2, 1, and we're up. 1 more time. Hang in there. Down, push back, 3, 2, 1, time. Whew. You sweating yet? My goodness. That's called the founder's exercise. Those of you who have been in class, you understand that I love that exercise, right? And the reason is because if we're not going to do planks, if we can't do planks, we're restricted somehow, founder's exercise is the next best way to strengthen the core, okay? Let me give you about 15 seconds here. Grab a quick shot of water. Catch your breath. We're going to let those shoulders catch up. Any questions? Pretty straightforward. Okay. So here we go. We're going to keep the chair where it's at. That's fine. Instead of stepping with the right foot, we're going to step with the left foot. Okay, and then we'll open and we'll close and then we'll step back, all right? So, arms in front of us, palms to the sky, feet are closer than hip width, right? Touch those pinkies. We're going to step left foot, step forward to a comfortable position, weight is split evenly, open, push back, close, stretch that chest out, back to start position. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Good. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Great job, Robert. 1, 2, push, 3, and 4. 2 more. 1, 2, keep that head back. 3, and 4. Good, Nina. 1, last one. 2, push. 3, and 4. And rest. You feel those shoulders working? That's what I call getting spicy. Getting a little spicy. So those shoulders, what we're aiming to do here with these particular movements, right? We want to strengthen the shoulder, but also more specifically, the posterior delt. The reasoning for that is because how many times do you guys remember hearing, maybe it was your mother or someone in your family, or maybe it was a friend of the family or a friend, someone's yelling at you, shoulders back, quit slouching. The kids today, I have 4 children, right? And they're all pretty much grown. But our kids today, it is so bad and it drives me nuts, but I can't tell you how many times I see this. And I just want to go up to them and I'm just like, pull the shoulders back, right? But you can't. They got laws against that. But what we can do, guys, is do exercises like this, strengthen these muscles in the back. What happens is those muscles, as they get stronger, they get a little bigger. They act as anchors and they pull the shoulders back for us, right? Everything's in front of us. Our cell phones, our cars, when we sit, our books when we read. Everything's in front of us. And what that does is it draws our shoulders forward. It tightens this chest area, the anterior delts, like a crank, right? And think about how often you've done that. How many decades have you been on earth? That study goes on to tell us that your balance starts to decline noticeably in your 6th decade. Let's say you're in your 6th decade of sitting, driving, on your phones, right? Well, maybe not on your phones, maybe your 2nd or 3rd decade. What happens is as this tightens, it gets really tight, right? That's why you see people stretching. The muscles in the back weaken. So by doing these exercises, we're countering the tightness by stretching them out, but we're also forcing these muscles in our backs to contract and flex and work, and we're going to strengthen those muscles. All right, so we're undoing all of that anterior living. All right, so here we go. We've done our stepping. Now we're going to start. Our feet are a little bit wider than hip width, right? If we're hip width, we're a little wider. Hands in the air. All right, knees slightly bent, core's tight, big smiles, and let's begin. Bottom out. Still smiling. Keep your smile. Push back. 3, 2, 1, and up. Good. And we're down. Push back. 3, 2, 1, and we're up. Awesome. And we're down. Remember, stick that bottom out. 3, 2, 1. Good. And you're up. And we're down. Right? Get on your heels. That's where your power's at. 3, 2, and 1. Good. 2 more. And we're down. Push back. 3, 2, 1. That's it. Last one. We're down. Push back. 3, 2, 1. Let's do one more for good luck. One more for good luck. And we're down. This is for good luck. Remember, push back. 3, 2, 3. I'm just kidding. Relax. Perfect. Oh, great job. Well done. Shake it out. Good, good. Posture pillar. Any questions there on the posture? You guys understand? And we'll get into more of this as class goes on. We'll cover it in the beginning in the Balance University prescriptions, that little talk I give at the beginning of class. When you get your sheet, I always like to include little tips, little knowledge tips on the right-hand side of the page. Take a quick glance at that, okay? Even if you don't print the sheet out, at least pull it up. And so what you'll see is the science of balance, where it starts, right? And this is where Balance University starts. It starts with the brain, okay? And we'll talk about this next class and how the BDNF, and there was a study of lab mice done many, many decades ago, right? This study was done in the 50s. And what they found with these mice who ran on their little wheel, and then also they played, they had little socialization time with humans, interaction, which accounted for socialization. So like going out to dinner or going to bridge or golf or whatever, anywhere you can get socialization, right? Be around peers. What they found was the hippocampus in these mice and their brains actually grew. All right, and that's a very important research. It doesn't seem like it. That's important research to what we're doing right now in class, okay? That ties into another study that was done in Naperville, Illinois. Naperville, Illinois, I know. And what was done there was a PE instructor strapped heart rate monitors on his kids. They were having really tough academic times, right? These kids weren't affluent. I wouldn't say they were destitute, but they certainly weren't wearing all the nice new clothing, right? They were struggling with their test scores. So what this PE teacher did, he was talking with the principal and what could they do to get these test scores up, and they were really fumbling. They were talking about closing the school. Long story short, it led to heart rate monitors on kids and kids running a mile. That's it, just a mile before class. Wouldn't you know, after a year of doing this, and there were a lot of benchmarks along the way that we'll talk about, these kids ranked 3rd in math and 1st in science in the world, right? This program is now being repeated all over the United States. We'll talk more about that, right? Fascinating stuff, but all that relates to why we do what we do in the order we do it here, okay? Now that you've caught your breath, next thing we're going to do is something I like to call off script, all right? We're going to go off script. Chair on the left side. Let's go ahead and step forward with our left foot, right? I like to call this your balance position of confidence, right? If you step too far, you're going to be a little unstable. If you don't step far enough, you're not going to really challenge yourself, right? So I want you to have about a 90% confidence rate in your ability to not fall, okay? 90% stable, wherever that is. What we're going to do is we're going to squat down. We're going to go straight down, right? Straight down, which means my foot, my heel is going to come up in the air, and I'm going to come right back up. Don't make the mistake of going forward, right? Also, don't make the mistake of leaning over, okay? Imagine you have a headlight in your chest. I want to illuminate what's in front of me and not what's on the ground, okay? So my left foot is forward. Nice and tall. Hold on to the chair if you need to. That's why it's there, okay? We're going to go down. Now, as we go down, heel comes up on the back foot. My weight is shifted onto the heel of my front foot. And I'm going to come right back up. Good. Feet stay where they are. We're down. Good, Martha. And up. Perfect. Nice and slow. Down. You control the movement. Don't allow the movement to control you. And up. Good. 4 more. Down. And up. That's it. And down. And up. Good. 2 more. Down. And up. Last time. Down. And up. And rest. Awesome. Let's change our chair to the opposite side. Okay, same thing. We're just going to switch our feet. You may notice your position is different with one foot versus another. That's very common, okay? So if you can step a bit further or maybe not quite as far, find what's comfortable for you. 90% stability. Here we go. Nice and tall. We're down. On the back heel's coming up. And then we're up. You've got that chair if you need it. If you're a little too unsteady, go ahead and close your stance down. Pull that foot back. Down, that's it. Hold. And up. And down. Our weight should be split about 60-40. 60 on the front, 40 on the back. Good. And down. And up. Well done. 3 more. Down. And up. 2 more. Down. That's it. And up. Last one. Down. And up. And rest. Good, good. If you need it, grab a quick shot of water. If there are any questions, fire away now. All right, now we're going to move into my most favoriteest pillar, the flexibility pillar. It's important that our muscles function through their required range of motion because that helps me to reach out and have a very healthy gait pattern. Not only that, it also helps my posture. If my chest, my shoulders, the anterior shoulder there, if I have enough flexibility, I'm able to get my shoulders back in proper posture, placing the balance center of mass directly where it's supposed to be, reducing my risk of a fall, specifically an unintended fall, okay? Go ahead, line your chair up facing me. Oh, the flexibility is pretty straightforward. Okay, we're going to be in our chairs. We're going to sit down. And this is why it's my favorite pillar, because we get to sit. We're going to take your left foot out in front of you. So what does that mean? That means I need you to be closer to the edge of your chair, right? I don't want you so far that you fall out or you tip over, but I do want you closer to the end of the chair. Let's take both hands, place them on your left leg, and we're just going to slide our hands down as far as we can. You'll feel a stretch in the back of the hamstring, maybe the back of the knee, maybe the back of the calf. All right, as long as you feel some tightness and some stretching back there, you're doing it correctly. It's okay if your toe points straight up. It's okay if it points out. It's okay if your knee's slightly bent. Again, feeling some stretch back there, you're doing it correctly. We're going to hold this for 3, 2, 1, and relax. Anytime we stretch, we want to hold it for at least 15 to 20 seconds, okay? That's a scientific thing. That's what studies have shown to get a better stretch, okay? Both hands, right leg out in front of us. We're going to take both hands and slide them down that right leg, okay? And what you may find here is you've got one side that's a bit more flexible or a bit tighter than the other, and that's very normal. Good, good. And just holding steady. Breathe normal. If you get lightheaded, come on up. 3, 2, 1, and we're going to come up. Good. All right. Now I want to put both legs out in front of me. We're going to take both of my hands, and we're just going to slide down. Be careful. Don't fall out of your chair here, okay? You're just going to slide and just hold. All right. Good. Looking out at a 45-degree angle. You don't want to look straight down, but you don't want to look straight ahead. Just holding steady. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Coming back to start position. Very good. The next stretch that we're going to do is going to seem kind of odd for you, okay? This is going to be a cervical stretch. We're going to stretch our necks. And if you live in Naples, Florida, like I do, you understand, I didn't know this before I moved here, but prior to moving here, I was so excited, and I found out when I got here, driving in traffic here, everyone is a retired NASCAR driver, or Formula One, everyone. So from teenagers to you name it. What's important to being able to stay independent is not only not falling, right, but being able to drive. One of the things I included was this neck stretch so that we can remain and keep a field of vision. That's important when we walk, because usually we walk and talk, right? But it's also important when we drive, being able to have flexibility in our necks so that we have an increased field of vision, right? So we can see what's coming. So what we're going to do is we're going to sit down in the chair, and I want you to move closer to the back, okay? Maybe all the way in the back, but I don't want your back hitting the chair, all right? I don't want your back hitting the chair. I want a little bit of space there, okay? We're going to take my right hand, and I'm going to grab under the chair there, all right? Under the chair, all right? And so this little movement here, if let's say you're going in the pantry, and you see a honey bun way back in the back, that increased field of vision will help you see that. All right, hand across your chest or across your belly. That's it. We're going to look to the left, and you're going to lean to the left. Okay, so my right hand is holding under the chair. My left hand is across my belly, and I'm looking and leaning to the left. I'm going to look up. I'm going to look down. I'm going to find the place I feel the stretch the most and just hold. You'll feel it maybe up close to your ear. You may feel it in your shoulder. You may feel it in your biceps there. As long as you're feeling a stretch, you're doing it correctly, okay? Keep that chest up. Keep a good postural balance there. Nice neutral spine. 3, 2, 1, and time. Did everyone feel that? Everyone got it? Okay, good, good. So here we go. We're going to take, now we're just going to reverse it. So we're going to take our left hand and hold under the chair, right hand across the stomach, and we're going to lean and look to the right. Lean and look to the right. That's it. Left hand holding, leaning away from that anchor. Look up, look down, find the place you feel that stretch the most. Good, and just hold. You don't want to kill it. Good. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and time. Very good. All right, guys. If you need water, I know we've had a lot of water breaks, so you may not need it, but if you do, grab it now. We're going to move into our balance pillar, okay? That was for posture. That way we do that posture. I'm sorry, that wasn't posture. That was flexibility. Hello. Flexibility so that our muscles can function through their full range of motion, right? Our muscles tend to lose elasticity as we age. The way we can restore some of the elasticity is by stretching. Now, moving into the balance pillar, this is the main event. Okay. Good. So what we're going to do here, first little exercise, we're going to put the chair, I tell you what, where you got your chair? You guys, let's put our chair on the left side there. Let's move our chair to the left. We're going to stand nice and tall. Knee slightly bent. We're going to move our right leg out, hold it, 1, 2, bring it back to start position. Now, I don't want to bring it out so far that I lose that neutral spine, right? I don't want to have any lateral flexion there. So you may only move that foot maybe 6 to 8 inches, right? It's not a great distance. The leg that's really going to be doing the working is not the one that's moving. It's going to be the one you're standing on, okay? And what you're going to feel is you're going to feel it all the way up through your glute. You'll feel it especially in the lower leg. But what I want you to focus on is something in front of you and try to keep this foot in the air if you can, right? So as you return to start position, if you can, try not to put it on the ground, okay? Remember, keep this knee that you're standing on slightly bent, okay? Let's go ahead and go everyone together. Core tight. Find a focal point. All right, now remember, use the chair as much as you need, but not more than you need to, okay? So we're going to go out, hold, 1001, 1002, return to start position. Keep it in the air if you can. Try not to touch the ground. And we're out, 1001, 1002, and in. Now, if you're holding on, try to move to maybe 3, 2, 1 finger. We're out, 1, 2, and in. That's it. Nice and slow. And we're out. 1001, 1002. Good. And in. And out. 1001, 1002. And in. Keep that foot in the air if you can. The one that we're moving, try to keep it in the air best you can. If you can't, that's okay. 1001, 1002, and in. Good. 3 more. Out. 1001, 1002, good. Again, 1001, 1002, last time, and we're out, 1001, 1002, and return to start position. Good. You feel that leg burning, the leg you're standing on, you feel it working? If you don't feel it working, you may be holding on a little too much, okay? You may be holding on a little bit too much, so... And as we move through class, guys, you'll get more familiar with these movements and you'll learn the little nuances within the movement. So, same thing, opposite leg. Here we go. We're shifting our weight to our right foot, bending that knee, nice and tall, finding our focal point. We're going to be out, hold, and return to start position. Remember, try to keep that foot in the air if you can. We're out and in. You got it. And out. And in. Good. And here's 4, 1001, 1002, and we're in. And 5, 1001, 1002. Good. And 6, 1001, 1002. And 7, 1001, 1002. Now you want your toe pointing maybe at a 45 degree. You don't want it pointed out to the side there. There you go. Good. And then start position. 2 more. We're out. And in. That's it. Last time. Out. And in. Good. Good, good. Going ahead and we're going to keep the chair right where it's at. All right. We're going to be standing on our right foot. This is a multi-step movement, okay? So it's easier to explain it if I break it down in steps, okay? So the first thing you're going to do, I'm going to turn sideways so you can see better. We're going to slide that left foot back. Okay? Now I have 0 weight on this foot. 0 weight. I'm going to slide it back. I'm going to lift it up in the air, and I'm going to push my hands forward. And then I'm going to return to start position. So if we count it out, 1. Now you notice when I slide that foot out, where does my nose go? It goes forward, right? When I slide that foot, my nose goes over my toes. There's 1, 2, foot in the air, and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay? You use that chair if you need to, right? So if you're only reaching with one hand, that's quite all right. All right? Here we go. Everyone together. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Good. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Good, good, good. Remember, keep that knee bent. 1, get that nose forward. 2, 3, and 4. Good. 2 more. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Last time. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Great job. Let's change our chair to the opposite side. Okay, same thing. You ready? 1, that's your right foot. 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Good. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Good. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Great job. Great job. 1, 2, 3, and 4. One more time. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Perfect. Shake it out if you need to. March it out. Good, good. All right. Next thing we're going to do is, for the life of me, again, I say this all the time, why the police departments across the country decided to do one foot in front of the other as a sobriety test. Most people can't do that sober, much less after you had a few drinks. Come on. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to stand behind, off to the side behind our chair, right? I don't mean behind my chair. I mean back away from it. So as we walk by it, but we have access to it. All right? And we're just going to walk forwards and backwards, heel to toe, right? So as I come forward, I'm putting my heel on my toe. Heel on my toe. All right? Here's the key here. All right? I'm going to give you a tip. Go slow. Take your time with it until you find a rhythm. There is a pace that each one of us have that will make this efficient. You just have to find it. It's easier if you start slow and build up your pace, okay? So let's all start back away from our chair a little bit, just far enough away that if you reach out, you have access to your chair, okay? We're going to start with the right foot first. Let's go right in front, then left, right. One more time with the left. Now, let's go backwards. Left, right, left, and right. Good. Again, forward, right. Bend your knees. Left. That's it. Right. And left. Now backwards. Left. Right. Left. right. Great job. Great job. Forward one more time. Right, left, right, and left. Last time. Left and right, left and right. Awesome. Okay. Last thing we're going to do, guys, we're running a little long. I do apologize. First class is always a lot of dialogue, so didn't mean to give a soliloquy, but hey, that's what you get, right? So here we go. This is what we're going to do. We're going to stand on one leg, and we're going to do this every class. Every class, when we finish, we're going to balance on one foot for 60 seconds, okay? I want to see if you guys are improving or not, okay? So today is going to be a solid baseline for you. I want you to remember how you did, how well or how poorly you did. That way, at the end of this, 3 weeks or so on, you guys, we have something to compare it to. Listen to me. If you're not improving your balance, get in touch with me, right? Get in touch with me. We will make sure that we pinpoint exactly what's going on and we'll make the adjustments, right? Falling is not a natural part of aging. Doesn't need to be a part. Most people that fall, that have a broken bone, statistics show 2 to 5 years, they're gone. Talking and speaking with Dr. Kahn, he's a geriatrics physician. He tells me in his practice, most people that fall, break a hip, break an arm, they're gone in about 3 to 6 months. It's pretty alarming. So here we go. Chair on the left side. I want you to take a deep breath. That's it. We're going to shift our weight to our left foot. Bend your knee. Find your focal point. Let's bring that right foot up into the air. And you're going to balance on one foot for 60 seconds, okay? Ready? Balancing on my left foot. Time begins now. That's it. Bring that right foot in the air. Sorry, right foot. Balancing on our left foot. Good. You've got that chair there if you need it. Okay, if you need to hold on 1 or 2 fingers, challenge yourself here. All right, we're not getting any better if you've got a firm grip on that chair. Challenge yourself a bit. There you go. There you go. Yeah, 1 or 2 fingers. Perfect. 30 seconds remaining. $20 seconds. 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Excellent. Let's rotate. Rotate that chair. All right. Deep breath. Find your focal point. Let's shift our weight to our right foot. Bend that knee, core tight, shoulders back, chin up. Left foot in the air. Time begins now. Good focus. 1 to 2 fingers. Challenge yourself. Good. 40 seconds remaining. 30. 20. 'All right, here we go. 10 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Great job. Great job. Well done. We ran a little bit late, guys. It's typical for me. I'm sorry. You get more for your money. How about that? So remember, Right now, we have second edition of Balance University available at mybalanceuniversity.com. It has all our exercises listed in there, has a little checklist. So this is our 10-week program. This is the start of the program right there. Second edition, mybalanceuniversity.com. Also, check out the YouTube channel. There's a lot of useful information there, lots of videos. The YouTube channel is Emeritus Health, okay? It's our parent company. That's owned by me as well. But there's classes, there's lectures, guys, from all over the place. We usually upload a couple of videos a week. Great resources. Again, all my references are available at mybalanceuniversity.com. I'm not going to hold you much longer, guys. Thank you for being here. I certainly appreciate it. If you have any questions, feel free to fire away. I'll hang out at class for a few minutes. And so remember your homework this weekend. You've got the highlighted exercises and make somebody smile, all right? Have a good weekend. Stay out of trouble. All right. Good. See you, Nina.